take a bonus for making people miserable, Frontier Airlines has confirmed its gate agents are being paid an extra $10 every time they enforce an oversized baggage fee. They are incentivized to be unkind and to mess with your travel day. Critics on social media furious about the news, but the airline says it's all about ensuring customers are treated equally. Wink. So is it worth the extra money to enrage your customers? You can make so much extra money telling people their bags are too big. Those little metal compartments that they have you put your carry-on rolling bag in, no carry-on bag fits in that. We all know that. But they will now weaponize those and be the baggage police in addition to being a really crap airline, Jason.
I'll be the controversial one. I like this idea, and here's why. First of all, let's be honest. People bring onto the plane more than they're supposed to, items that are clearly not going to fit. Mm-hmm. And once they get on, because maybe a gate agent wasn't paying attention, because I've snuck some stuff in, they cause a problem on the plane. And we end up being delayed. You've got the person who's constantly moving other people's stuff so they can fit a bag that definitely won't clear. Mm-hmm. And then they say, well, we're going to have to check it anyway. So they're saving us all time. And I am totally okay. This will be the only time I'm ever going to stand up for this airline. $10, thank you. You're making sure that I'm going to arrive instead of 45 minutes late because it's Spirit 12 minutes late.
Yeah, Frontier. Okay, so
Frontier.
Marie, here's the problem. When airlines realize they could make billions more by charging a fee for you to check your bag at the counter before you even get through security, that's why people pack so much in their carry-on bags, because people don't have packing discipline, unlike myself. Very proud of that. But that's where it starts. It starts at the check-in counter. People would check their stuff if they didn't have to pay exorbitant fees, but now they're going to anyways, and that's why people get so testy on planes, because they're worried they're not going to have a place to put their carry-on bag.
Well, and that's why people fly Southwest, even though I hate flying Southwest, because you don't have to pay to check your luggage.
Well, you only fly private.
Airlines have been... right. Yeah, that's right. All those flights to Ohio State football games, those are all private. No, I think that airlines have been putting a ton of fees on people, on consumers for years and decades, and people are fed up with it. I will say, my parents are both watching. They watch the show every time I'm on. They will tell you I've been an overpacker my entire life, Kennedy. Yeah. I wish I had your skills. And I am one of those people that tries to get a suitcase on the airplane that's a little too big, but it always fits. I know what I'm doing. And those little metal things they try to use to test, those are too small. Those are not accurate. They are. And I know they're not.
No.
So don't come at me with that extra $10
and everyone's a size
Spirit or
10.
Frontier.
So keep those metal things away from me.
Yes.
I don't like it at all, but...
Agreed.
Here's what you have to do. Brad, you have to edit what you're packing. I was talking to a good friend of mine the other day. We are both world-class packers. I can pack for 2 weeks in a carry-on roller bag and be absolutely fine. And that's with 4 pair of shoes. Those are my skills, Brad, and I'm not afraid to flex a little bit on national television tonight. But people need to learn how to edit, and we need to say no thank you to these horrible airlines. What are your thoughts, dear?
Yeah, well, I'm impressed by your packing skills, Kennedy, but I'll also just say this entire thing feels like airlines have their priorities really messed up. They will bust you if your carry-on is even an inch too big or your bag is 1/10 of a pound too heavy, yet they're not policing. They're policing oversized bags, but not oversized passengers. It's still crazy to me that you can have somebody next to you who's halfway into your seat because they're morbidly obese, and yet they don't have to buy another seat. And so your stuff's suffocating under somebody's fat folds for a 4-hour flight because they're not actually policing the boundaries they should be policing on the with this airline on this flight, yet they're here to carry you if your carry-on is 2 inches bigger than the little metal box. This is why I hate flying. I think the airlines have their priorities all out of whack.
See, I love body positivity. I do not like flirting with folds. I do not like when your parts are spilling over into my zone. And, it's like if there's a little cushion for the pushing, absolutely, have at it. I do think being too skinny is a great danger in this country. But people who are morbidly obese should not
just don't sweat on me is all I ask.
No, and it's like they take up both armrests and with the folds, they rest their little Tyrannosaurus hands on the folds. It's a problem, Jason.
yes, I suppose it's a problem. Although I will say this, I mean, what do you want them to do at that point as a flight attendant?
Jumping jacks.
It's not like they're asking everyone's weight before you get a ticket. Maybe that is something you would endorse?
Maybe not weight, maybe BMI. That's a casual metric. Party panel, I want to
would
take
you be
all-
okay with a muscular person?
Yes, I would, especially if I could latch
No,
onto
they
their
still
arm
only
and
get
dry
to
hump it
occupy
throughout the
one
fight. Right,
seat.
Jason.
You don't get 2 seats.
You don't get 2 seats. I'm sorry you don't. He's absolutely right. Jason, Marie, and Brad, you're all lovely and amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kennedy.
And you all know I mean it.